Hi everyone and welcome. This lesson will be on daily routines in individuals and societies. So again, make sure you've got that lesson packet from the lesson 2 bin and then write in, I can describe the routines needed to be successful in individuals and societies. Okay, just a quick review. You need some daily materials. You always need for this class, and you don't need to write this down, it's just a review. Your 3-ring binder, so super important to keep your notes in. A device, headphones, and something to write with, and then you'll be set to go. All right, so class begins as soon as you come through that door. And the first part of class, the first 5 minutes or so, all have to do with planning. It's really important that you have your daily do now so that you can plan for the day. You're either going to be current, which means you are up to date and you're working on the lesson that is supposed to be current. You're catching up, which means you're a little bit behind, or you're crushing it, and it means that you're ahead of where the class pace is. Now, you write your goal for the day down here. It might be, I hope if you're catching up and you're behind, my goal for the today is to get a mastery check done so that I'm on pace. Or my goal for today is, to complete the work that I need to stay current. And then there may or may not be a question of the day. If there is, you just look on the board and you answer it right here. And then quickly just put a little check mark or circle how you're feeling for the day. Now, to help you with that current catching up and crushing it, there are a few things. First of all, you will have a personal tracker that you'll get. And it looks something like this. It'll have a target due date. So we go over the target due dates usually at the beginning or end of class. And that tells you if you are current. So if the target due date for lesson 1, let's say, was Tuesday, and today's Monday, and you're on lesson 1.2, you're probably current. If it happens to be Tuesday and you're on lesson 1.2, you're probably catching up. You're a little bit behind. And then if you're on lesson 2 on Tuesday, then that means you're crushing it. You're a little bit ahead. Now, that can help you because you're going to be checking this off at the end of every day, but there's also a whole class tracker that will be posted that will help you as well. So it will have dates on here, so you see about our class video and notes, some practice questions, and then it tells you the different lessons. You come up and you just on the board just check off when you're completed, and then that way you can kind of see who you can work with. So let's say these two are finished, and with these 3 things, and they have to do let's just say it was a partner activity here. Well, these 2 are done, so they could work together. So that's another purpose of that as well. So just to kind of keep track pacing wise and to see who you might be able to work with. All right, so that's the planning, first step. Okay, second, after you're done with your planning, it comes to work time. Now there's several different things that you can do for work time. And this is where you're going to start filling in your notes. So find all directions in Schoology. So you can put the word Schoology in that blank right there. And so you'll click on the actual folder, Introduction to Modern Classrooms Learning. And then here it shows the different lesson folders. You'll click on your first lesson, and then this opens up. There's a series of things that you do. You just complete the activities sorry about that, you guys. You just complete the activities in the order that you see them. So 1.1, you click on that, and you do the video and notes. And typically we start with a video and notes, and then click on 1.2 after you do your video and notes. So it's pretty straightforward where you just complete those activities in order. All right, another thing about work time. The lesson packets are found in these labeled bins in this shelf here in the classroom. So it's just kind of next, kind of towards the door a little bit. But anyway, that's where they're found. So it's lesson 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on are found in there. The only thing that you need to remember, so underline this on your notes, is make sure you have the lesson packet So lesson 1 matches with the lesson that you're on in Schoology. Okay, and a lot of times they're color coded every other. So if lesson packet 1 is white, lesson packet 2 might be purple, lesson packet 3 might be white, so that it gives you a little bit of a clue there that you might not be on the right lesson. So that's super, super important. Okay, work time is based on you and your goal. So put the word goal for the day in that fill in the blank. And the types of things that you might be doing during work time are different for each person. You might start by watching that brief instructional video and taking notes. Instructional videos are typically less than 10 minutes. You might be working in a small group on a game or maybe a mini project or some sort of discussion. You might be getting feedback from me. Okay, so maybe we're working one-on-one or in a small group and you need to be retaught something. That's another thing that might happen. You might be reading and annotating an article or the book, or you might be taking your mastery check over here and checking to make sure you understand. So lots of different things during this work time, during our flexible learning time. So right now, just take a minute and jot down one thing you might be doing during this flexible learning time. Okay, you also might be taking a mastery check during work time, and that's to show that you understood a lesson. So mastery checks are taken at the end of each lesson. So just put a circle around that big word end. They are taken on your own. So write in that they're on your own. You don't have a partner. So a quiz, when it's taken, there's no, so put in the word no, partner, and no notes. You are required to earn a level 4, and we'll talk about that when we get to the feedback, or higher to move on to the next lesson. All right. If you don't do that, if you earn a level 1, 2, or 3, then you need to revise. So put in that word revise. If you don't earn a level 4, you need to revise. All right, mastery check procedures. Okay, first, you have to sign up on the board. So over here on the board, there will be a sign up for you to put in. So put in the word sign up. That's the first step. Second, your teacher will call you up and then you'll have to check in your work. So put the words check in that fill in the blank. And that's just to make sure that you've done everything, you understand everything. If I need to give you a little bit of feedback when we're looking at that, I can do that at that point. Now fill in the word after. After your work is checked in, then you'll be able to take that mastery check. You need to get a red folder, so put in the word red. The red folder is located on the windowsill, and you're going to put that up as you kind of see in the picture here as you're taking the mastery check. And then when you're finished, you're going to turn it into this red bin on the windowsill. You'll see that here, and then the red folders are usually right here. Now, there are typically 3 or 4 seats available at this mastery check table, and this is where you take your mastery check. So if it's full, that's why you're signing up. What you'll do while you're waiting is take a few minutes and review those lesson packets. The mastery checks typically don't take more than 5 or so minutes. So, take advantage of that time if you have to wait by reviewing. Okay, ending class, 3 things. There's 3 things that we do at the end of class. First of all is clean up. Make sure those headphones are put away and wrapped up correctly. Supplies are put away. Secondly, make sure everything's updated. Make sure that class tracker is updated. Make sure your personal tracker is updated. Check it off. Make sure you've got that learning target in there. And then we typically use this to, yep, that's it, personal learning target. We use this personal tracker to have like a mini class discussion. So you'll sit at your table and wait with your lesson tracker opened until we're dismissed. And that's the end. So general expectations, you don't have to copy anything down for this, but use your time wisely, respect everyone's learning space. We talked about that with volume and focus and all of that. Ask questions, and then definitely keep that growth mindset. Keep working at it. Ask questions if you don't understand. Okay, at the end of each, we usually have a wrap it up. So there's a flow chart in your notes to show that you understand our class routines. So what do we do first with the do now? Kind of describe that. What are the different things we do during work time? And then how do we end class? And then that should show that you know exactly what we're doing in class each day.